Welcome to another week of Rain City Roar. I'm Butler.
I'm Neil, and fresh out of jail, we've got
Detroit Rick, and I took my bell away, so I have my cup and my ice cream scoop.
You took your bell away. Where'd your bell go?
Huh?
Where'd your bell go?
They confiscated it at Walmart.
No.
Oh, when you got arrested?
No, I came down from the mountains just today and didn't go home and came directly to the bar to watch the game and then came over here. So I haven't showered. I got some Munda cheese going on. I'm stinky, so you know.
I showered this week because I looked like shit the last two podcasts. But
dude,
actually, the funny thing about I got a good shower story real quick. So I got in and it looks like is it over?
Yeah.
So the Vikings just won 33-30. So I got in the shower about, I would say, right after Kirk Cousins got stopped on the goal line, and I got in the shower and I'm jerking off. And I hear the announcer start screaming and yelling, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I mean, there was like 0 seconds, there was no time for anything. They get the ball back, they can down it. Well, I guess they pinned him back at the one, and Josh Allen fumbled it. Fucking loser. Unreal.
Let's go back to the whole shower thing.
I'm sorry for my dishwasher.
So you come running out. I'm sure you were jerking off.
I slipped on the way out too, fucking busted my leg up real nice.
No, but I'm sure you fucking were listening like the Adam Sandler song at a medium pace, had a shampoo bottle hanging out your ass, come running out, dripping everywhere.
Wait, hold on a second.
Visualize.
Rick, close your eyes. We got a good one this week. We got a couple things. Close your eyes. The over-under this week is big, boys. Yeah, and I'm going, but okay, go ahead, Rick. So my over-under for saying fucking Goff is like 20. So I would go with the over on that if I were you guys.
Vikings win.
All right, let's just talk. The Lions won. I mean,
2 in a row, baby. Woo!
I'm not saying a win is a win. I hate that expression, but it was a good game. It was a
real
solid
good game.
first half. The defense stepped up. So what do you guys think?
I got to tell you what. I don't mean to Neil Thunder, but
No,
this Justin Fields, and hate me, lightning strike me down for talking about a freaking Buckeye. But that dude, they cannot tackle that dude, man. He is unbelievable in that backfield, man. Scrambling around back there. Holy shit.
Well, let's talk about
it. Was great when Michigan man tackled his ass.
The option is really hard to defend when you have a shitty quarterback. But when you have Justin Fields, it's super tough to defend. And I agree. I think that option was deadly. But I mean, they came out the first quarter and it was just like they hadn't even prepared for that. Am I wrong?
I mean, I feel like they did all right. That first drive was a little disconcerting, but other than that, they did give up that big touchdown run. Excuse me. And I feel like they did a good job. They did what they needed to do to win today. And that's all they need to do every week is do what they need to do to win. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to fucking satisfy the specific stat that we want to see. It doesn't have to score anybody fantasy football points. They just have to have more points at the end of the game on the scoreboard than the other team does, and that's it.
All right, so Neil says a win is a win. What do you think, Detroit Rick?
Oh, no, it's you know what? We've got a 2-game win streak going on right now. Woohoo! Like you're digging it.
So how was jail last week, Ricky?
Well, my butt hurts. And I'll be nice.
People seriously worried about you when we somebody fired you. I think we lost a third of our audience right there.
So back to the game. So
no, we were genuinely concerned about you.
You guys are so full of shit.
There was so much. There were so many phone calls, and we tried to post bail, and the bail bondsman was just like, "No, this ain't gonna happen."
Well, your fucking credit card got denied.
Butler didn't have enough collateral to put up for you. So, I mean, we tried. We did try.
I appreciate you guys, man. Love you a long time. Not for 4 hours, but just a long time.
But at least you're out of jail.
I'm out of jail.
Okay, good.
Good.
All right. Well, Matthew actually jumped the gun a little bit. I want to talk about this in a second. But why do the Lions pass on first and run on second? The Lions play calling is all over the board. I mean, there's sometimes where they run the ball where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And there's sometimes where they pass the ball and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Am I out of my mind here?
You only think the what are you doing thoughts when it doesn't work. Are you eating chips?
What the fuck you got there?
What?
What do you have, Mr. Crinkleberry?
I just heard my you guys won't wear headphones, and I heard my voice in the background, so I decided since we're being an unprofessional podcast.
Where's your fucking headphones?
Oh shit! I forgot them. Fucking nothing ever works my way. God damn it!
So this weekend,
All right, talk about this for a second.
So this weekend we did a big camping trip in the mountains. Man, it was cold as shit up there, dude. My dick's only small as fuck, and now it's like really small. I got to put my finger in my butt to pop that thing back out. It was so cold up there.
You have to yell snake?
Oh, no. No, ain't that big.
No, yell snake and it works. Little pro tip.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a
Over
try.
the course of many moons. It's amazing.
I'll give it a try.
But while Butler's getting his headphones here, no, I think that the Lions today did what they needed to do to
Win the game. Yep.
And I think that we get so caught up in the day of fantasy football, in the age of fantasy football, and we look at people having certain stats. We look at passer ratings. We look at this. We look at that.
Players.
And you know what? Was it good? Was it pretty? Was it ugly? Yeah, all of the above. But I mean, that 14-point deficit.
A win is a win.
A win goes in the win column.
Yep.
And with that erasing that 14-point deficit in like a matter of 20 clock seconds,
Right.
that was
I'm sitting looking at it
huge
thinking, oh,
today.
here we go, dude. And I'm like, oh. And you know what's so cool about whenever there's a Bears game and we go to the bar, we have some Bears friends, some good friends of ours, a couple Miami buddies, and they come up, and every single year we get the Bears at our table with us, and we just drink and have fun and watch the game. That was a good time.
That was a good time.
It was really good.
You know, I leave you guys alone for 1 minute, and you guys say a win is a win.
It is.
Yeah.
1
minute.
How's those headphones?
They're great. They're way better than they were before. Now I have an excuse to do my bit.
What kind of chips you eating, Butler? Oh, those are good shit. You try some Rick's special sauce.
Not bad.
They're even
Not
better.
bad.
Get the salt and pepper chips.
Salt and pepper ones. You have to crinkle. You got a little booger in your nose, man. Why don't you get that bat out the cave?
I got that out.
You're sitting there wiggling.
All right, let's get back to it.
Neil
I mean-
overserved me this morning.
I did not.
What do you do?
He overserved me.
Well, that's why the over/under is so high, Rick.
I overserved myself. That's not an encouragement. Stop telling him what the over/under is.
I didn't tell him what the over/under was. Did I say a number?
Oh, shit. Hey, you know what? I was just threatening and violated, and I need my safe space.
Okay, Rick.
I would never do such a thing.
Let's get to it real quick. We want to thank our sponsors, Montucky. Use the Cold Snacks Finder to find a beer near you. You guys, I still got $100 on the table for the first person that sends me a picture of them with a Montucky
No one's
beer.
got a picture yet?
No, you don't get the $100. You guys
Does
are
this count?
excluded, but I mean, that's $100 bill. It's free for you guys. All you have to do is take a picture of you with a Montucky and post it in our live feed. We're done. $100, easy. Rick, since you're back, oh, look at that. Look at that. Since you're back this week, I brought your favorite visual back.
I wish my junk was that big. My shit's so small, like freaking beat up, like pee on my last two fingers.
I like being
All
part
right.
of it.
Let's get to the game.
Just throw that out there. I think being part of it.
I gotta say, I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown, dude, that guy just plays like every play is the last play he's ever gonna play. And that's what every player of every team needs to do, and he does it. It's
There
amazing.
were 4 guys today that stood out to me. St. Brown was one of them. St. Brown was one. Hutchinson was one. Okuda was one. And Jamal Williams was one. And if we're being completely honest, Jamal Williams has been consistently productive this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been golden.
And I don't know how, like, at the end of the season, if we're sitting here looking at who was the most valuable player of the team, how Jamal Williams isn't in that conversation. But there were some good performances put on across the board by key players at key times.
I mean, I'm saying Amon-Ra St. Brown, he takes it to the next level. I don't know if it's a chip on his shoulder or what it is, but he is just
he's amazing, dude.
Amazing. He just plays every play, man. It's
solid.
It's what you want in a player, and I'm so stoked for him to be
Ours.
feeling better and not injured. You know what I mean?
We had 2 St. Browns on the field today.
Yep.
We did.
Oh,
We did.
We were talking about that with the out front. We were talking about
Equanimous. Is that his name?
Equanimous, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Rick, why don't you try to say it?
Fuck that. I can't even freaking.
Oh, Matt.
You can't even say him on Raw.
Hickory dickory dock. The mouse. What? Oh,
Matt Giles has a
well, and Hawkinson got he was in concussion. He got a concussion today, but they let him back in the game. So
Hutchinson.
On the Vikings. Sorry, Hawkinson.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So we said we were getting drunk today, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Okay.
We did last night too. I was at a campfire until freaking 3 a.m. I smoked like 3 cigars and drank a whole lot of freaking whiskey. And
I don't believe you didn't call me, Rick. Usually I get a call from you when that happens. And honestly, 90% of my drunk is from last night too. So we're good.
Yeah, I was in the mountains. Didn't have very good reception up there.
Get Corey in the live stream.
Corey, all you have to do is just send us your email in the Facebook on our Facebook page.
Yeah, we need his ass. He's been with us for years.
We'll invite you in, man.
Corey, I know that you've got me on Facebook. Send me your email on Facebook right now, please.
Yeah. Corey's been by our side, and we started doing this shit years ago.
Corey's been around forever.
So I tell you what, though, as I walked in the bars, I didn't get there till the middle of the second quarter. I had to get some shit done, got done camping. Walked in the freaking bar about that time. Hawkinson freaking grabbed that guy by the neck and threw him down. I'm like, oh, shit.
Hutchinson?
Hutchinson.
You said Hawkinson.
Yeah, he's ate shit. Hut's gone, Hutch.
Yeah, no, fuck you, Rick.
You guys are struggling with this.
I know.
I mean,
oh well, Neil, don't wait till you fuck up. It's coming down on your.
Neil doesn't fuck up.
You go ahead and keep waiting.
Neil's a golden child. He don't fuck up.
Chicago kicker MVP. I mean, you do. I don't know. I don't think there was a way we were going to lose that game today.
There you go, Matt. Talking about gritty win.
Say that going through the game. If you watched our live chat, it was fuck off and fuck this and fuck everything. But I think towards the end there was no way we were going to lose that game. I don't care if that guy missed that extra point or not. But.
Yeah, but no, that's a game changer. If he didn't miss that extra point, we going overtime. I mean, it would eventually been that, or if we, whatever played out. But
even in overtime, the way they were playing today was, the first half was a fantastic, all-encompassing game. Had a couple struggles on defense to start out.
I loved how you did the all-encompassing,
the omnipresent game.
I use my hands a lot, Rick.
Yeah, you got some jerkins on there.
It was beautiful.
It ain't that big.
That's Butler handling the mop. It's a great mop.
So did you buy that Bluetooth butt vibrator you got in there? You pushing a button and stuff?
I did. I thought I sent you the link. I thought I sent you the link so you could buzz me whenever you want.
Give us your Bluetooth. We'll fucking zap you.
No pun intended, right?
It's Bluetooth in Butler at gmail.com.
You're an idiot.
I think you actually need to get that email now.
All right. Let's talk about the expedited review. Did you guys catch this? Did you guys have the volume on at the game at all? Or
yeah, we saw it. That's fine. That's fine. They made the right call.
I'm positive that's going to work in our favor a lot of the time the rest of the year.
No, not at all.
It's never ever going to work in our favor.
The most important thing, and I'll say this as many times as necessary. The most important thing isn't calls being made against us or calls being made for us. It's calls being made correctly. And as long as they're being made correctly, I don't care. But when you start making bad calls, when you have all the technology in the world, when you can put a man on the moon with the thing that's in your pocket and have
that was staged by the government
on it, huh?
That was staged by the government. We never landed on the moon.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We just found shit we didn't want to see. We never went back. That's what it was. Dark Side of the Moon has some stuff on it.
Can we talk about Erin Gray from Buck Rogers? Because she was freaking hot. I was a little kid getting boners watching that shit.
Where the fuck did you get Buck
I have
Rogers?
no idea who you're talking
You never watched Buck Rogers?
Yes, I watched Buck Rogers.
Thank you. Erin, how hot was she?
Neil's too young for Buck Rogers.
She violated my young ass.
You know,
my mind she did.
I like Slee Stacks on Lamb and Lost. That was my favorite.
Is
Sorry,
Corey in
Neil.
yet?
What's that?
Is Corey in yet?
No, he didn't. He hasn't jumped in. Did you send him?
Yes, see, Ralphie. There you go, buddy. Huh?
So
Aaron Gray was fine. Let's just talk about. I gotta find a picture of Aaron Gray. Go ahead, guys.
Hold on a second. So real quick, Ralph and his wife Shamanda have an awesome YouTube channel called Married to Film, and they do like live reaction stuff while they're watching different shows and different movies and stuff like
Serious.
that. Highly recommend. Ralph was one of our early winners of a trip to one of the Lions games that we did a few years ago. We did a thing on, I think it was a Twitter contest or Facebook contest where somebody liked and shared stuff, and then Ralph ended up being the winner, and he got to come along with us. Ralph is a cool ass dude, but their YouTube channel is great. Married to Film, number 2, and then the word film. Awesome channel.
Check it out.
Funny as hell.
So they do film reviews of recent films, or just all films, or
all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. They do like live reaction things to shows that are coming out and whatnot.
I love live reactions.
It's really cool. It's really cool.
We should do a live reaction to a Lions game and see how that goes.
Oh, that would be horrible.
All right, Rick. This is for Ricky.
Ralph, drop that link in the comments, please. Link to the YouTube page.
What's that, Butler? Oh, there she is. Oh, I spoozed all over that face so many times.
Aaron Gray from Buck Rogers. And actually, so Katie Sackhoff played her, I think, right in the new Buck. Like that's Buck Rogers. That was Battlestar Galactica. That's wrong. Is that Buck Rogers or Battlestar Galactica?
Battlestar Galactica, but Buck Rogers was the
it was Buck Rogers. Okay, yeah, she's right. You're right.
Yep.
We got off topic.
Way off track.
I think she was on Silver Spoons. You're right, Matt. She was on Silver Spoons. Yes. Ricky, you remember Silver Spoons?
I'm going to send you the link for Corey in the group chat.
I'm waiting for it. All he has to do is click
on the
link.
I sent him the link that you sent, but I just sent you one. Click that. Send it to him, please.
Chris, MVP Harris is on board.
Let's talk about the second quarter, boys.
Yes, please. Let's talk about the whole thing. This was a really good game.
That was an entertaining game. Entertaining.
Very entertaining.
Yeah.
Super entertaining.
And bonus be won. Because a win's a win, Butler.
Butler clicking off of them little dirty sites. Saw the reflection in his glasses.
Click off that. Get that point off there. That's the one mighty large hooker right there.
Oh, I did. You guys, I'm going to Nevada next week for work.
Are you? That's awesome because we're going to New York and then to Michigan. So happy you could join us. Definitely appreciate it.
Since I have to work and then I have to have fucking heart surgery the next week, I don't think I'm going to make it. So,
way to put yourself in front of the rest of us.
Heart surgery. What the fuck? Heart surgery.
So sorry, can't make it, boys. Let's talk. Wait.
You want to bring awareness to your heart condition?
No.
Or is it
these guys? I wish we. Don't drink and do cocaine your whole life, and you'll be way better off when you get older. These guys. I wish we'd have lost this one. Well, we need draft picks. You know what? This is one thing that fucking chaps my fucking hide. The losing games to make draft picks. Look, nobody does that. Nobody in the NFL does that. Nobody. So why don't you guys quit that shit? Stupid fucking argument. Stupid.
I think the Dolphins try to do that, but I'll say the season is still young. Like, no kidding.
No, get back to what do you guys think about just throwing the rest of the game so we can get a great draft pick next year? Think that's a good idea?
Players aren't going to. We had this discussion last year.
So we have this discussion every year with idiots like this that say they want to throw the rest of the season. Neil, go ahead.
I know that I sat here a couple weeks ago and went off on Campbell and the coaching staff and said, gut the whole thing. But realistically speaking, this is where we're at today. And we've just won 2 division games in a row. 11, you play to win the game. 11-6 is still a physical possibility. Are we going to win? Are we going to win the rest of the games? No, probably not. But could we contend for a playoff spot?
Yeah, we can.
Could we contend to be a wild card playoff spot? Absolutely. I mean, the game that we lost against this is the thing. This is the thing. The only game where we just got our asses handed to us was the game against New England. Mm-hmm. And all the rest of them. You got Minnesota that's going out there and tearing up the world right now. We played them very, very close, very, very tightly, and we barely lost that game. We played the Eagles, who are still undefeated, and we barely lost that game. I don't know what's happening right now, and I feel really bad about flip-flopping and kind of changing my outlooks on this team week to week, but they are a team that requires you to change their outlook on them from week to week. And I just don't. I'm not ready to write them off yet.
I know.
But to go back to the original comment that started this conversation and say that, hey, we just screwed ourselves out of draft picks. You know what? I hope that we pick number 32. I hope that we pick number 32. Right? I wouldn't feel bad if we won the Super Bowl. Somebody in Detroit would bitch about us picking number 32 in the draft because we didn't tank a game to get the guy at number 30.
Yeah,
and
every fucking year we do this.
And even go back to where some of these sorry ass Lion fans were blaming Stafford. Stafford's fucking us again, going to the Super Bowl. Now we get the freaking 32nd pick.
Deshaun, are you watching Deshaun?
But I'm like, you can't win with some people, man. It just doesn't work.
Nobody's ever going to be completely happy, but to see a team be successful, I don't know how that's a situation where you find yourself being unhappy. Do we end up picking 15, 16, 17 overall? Okay, yeah, that's an absolute possibility. Do we find ourselves not getting the first overall pick and picking 5th and losing out on that generational talent? Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. But this season is still we're not even halfway through yet.
Quit touching the thing. This is what
nobody's touching the thing. Nobody's touching it.
What are you thumping?
You're doing this.
Nobody's touching anything. Nobody's touching anything. It's sitting way over there. I see.
Hey, why don't you go do some more blow?
But his heart can't take it.
Heart can't take it.
But to say at this point in the season, when the season is roughly halfway through, that we should be playing for draft picks, I don't personally agree with that.
Even at the end of the season, nobody will ever purposely lose an NFL game. That's the dumbest argument I've ever heard in the NFL, and I've heard a lot of dumb arguments.
You've made
90% of them come from Rick, and 10% of them come from me. So, yeah, exactly. They haven't left draft, dude. Why are we even talking about their draft next year by trading away Hawkinson and doing the things that they've done the last couple of years, restructuring, getting rid of Stafford? Why are we even arguing about this? This is dumb.
Yeah. And we've got a few draft picks coming up regardless. But so look back at our defense the last 2 weeks now. And so understand we have young kids. They're going to have to gel, just like in hockey. Hockey, it's a fine oiled machine. Everyone on your line needs to know where you're at, what you're doing, what you're thinking. You just don't wake up one day and suit up, lace up, get out there and do it. So now what's this game number 8?
10, 9.
9 with the bye week, right?
Yep.
So now these kids are starting to gel a little bit. And imagine if Hutchinson had just a little bit more talent alongside of him. How much of a wrecking crew.
Did Rodriguez play today?
I don't think so. Did you email Corey? Or did you just look at the message and ignore it?
I don't have email. What's the email? What's that?
I sent you a message and you looked at it. I can see that you saw it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the Google things.
No, it says no. I call bullshit, Butler.
Ralph's confirming that Rodriguez was out.
Okay, because I didn't hear his name all day. I was wondering about that. Hold on, I got it.
It says unsupported.
Can you guys pretend to talk about something while I'm doing this?
Look what Matt says.
I just want to look at you really awkwardly.
Look what Matt says. Matt's 100% correct.
They do.
Yeah.
So Matt points out that the Lions have enough draft equity to move up if they wanted to. Yeah, absolutely. I think that they do also. They're going to, I think, come into this draft as it sits right now with probably about 9-10 picks. I don't think that we're going to qualify for any comp picks this year, but no, we have enough capital to move around. I mean, you find some suckers out there like the Vikings again this year, and you get the Lions were the only team out of the whole draft that just like flat out won a trade based on like the scoring or the value ratings of each draft pick. They came out real heavy on the high end of that draft or on that trade with the Vikings. But speaking of the person that of that trade,
4 picks total
for what?
For Hawkinson.
2. Or we got +1 and we swapped some picks, or we swapped a pick, I think it was. But I think we netted +1 draft pick. I think it was a second rounder for this coming year. I might be wrong. Fact check me, please, if I'm incorrect. But the thing that I'm still holding out hope for is we have not seen Jameson Williams yet.
Right.
And he's still coming. Look at Butler just looking so just.
He's
I'm reading the comments. I'm trying to catch up.
Oh, good luck.
Okay.
But
I can
so many comments.
I can see Thailand boys in your glasses. What the hell are you doing?
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm with Austin on this. I don't really give a shit about Jamison Williams. I mean, obviously,
What?
I don't. I don't give a shit.
What?
I don't follow college. I don't care what he's done. Bring him in and see what happens. I mean, he's gonna be a bust, just like, and we could have got him 3-4 years later, like Gerard Davis, where he's playing our practice squad, and we bring him up. We didn't pay first round money for him, so I don't give a fuck about him.
Really?
Neil, you got to have an argument to that. I was
You
specifically.
got-
I have an argument for that. And
Corey's here. Go ahead. Give the argument before Corey in.
huh?
Give me the argument before we bring Corey in.
No, you're a fucking idiot. That's the argument. Go ahead and bring Corey in.
This is
Karen
what we're doing
Rogers
every
just
week.
got
We're
that.
bringing a fan in, or not a fan, just a person who watches our.
We
podcast.
drafted Jared Davis around like the 15th.
Gerard
to 20th
Davis.
pick. Sorry, Gerard Davis. We drafted him around the 15th to 20th pick. It wasn't like we were expecting a world-shattering performance from the guy.
He was first round.
Yeah, it was. It was.
You weren't expecting a world-shattering from a first-round draft pick.
Not from a late round first round draft pick. We expected a contributor, and we could say that maybe he wasn't successful because he wasn't good. Maybe he wasn't successful because the coaching staff didn't put him in a position to be successful. Maybe a whole lot of things we don't know. But what we do know is 5-6 years later, he's coming off the practice squad after playing a stint in New York with the Jets, and then getting released from there, and then coming back to the Lions, and then getting released on waivers, and then getting reclaimed to the Lions practice squad, and then getting brought up today. And what did he do? You sent a message about him today saying he was all over that play. He covered it perfectly.
He played great. He played well, and that's the thing is nobody played the option at all today. So he's the only person that played the option. Me myself being from a big B11 high school, playing defensive end. Playing the option was a big thing.
D11.
So I don't know how many times I walked off the field and my coach grabbed my face mask and went, "Are you a fucking idiot? You're just supposed to go lateral on that line." So he played it perfect. But let's bring Corey in here. Corey's been around for a long time with Rain City Roar.
Corey!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Thanks.
What's up, man?
Hey, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to Ricky.
Thanks,
I forgot about that.
I
Yeah.
owe him a handy. I can't get him
He does owe me a handy.
57.
But hey, Corey, I'm 61 now, so dust shoots out. It's like squeezing a baby powder jar. Poof.
Yeah,
I used to have to paper
That
towel to
counts.
clean up, and now I gotta get a dust buster. Whee!
Corey, what do you want to talk about? What's your big takeaway from the game?
I actually thought we were screwed after we went 14. This is going to be the same old Lions game. And our defense actually, this is 2 games in a row, we made the right plays.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
What was the biggest one? Not the Akuta play, because we know that one was a huge one. But what was one of the biggest plays in your opinion that the defense made today that made a difference? The Hutchinson one jumps out to me as like a huge one.
Probably they scored on it, but he played.
Yeah.
He stopped the running back on the goal line.
Oh,
That was awesome. I love that right there.
Oh, there he is.
Where'd Corey go?
Corey gone.
And it didn't
There he is.
matter because they still scored, but yet then the sack, and then which was crazy. But
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about what do you think about the Lions' chances here moving forward? We got a couple games coming up where we're playing against teams that
Tough
are
games.
better record-wise. We got the Giants coming up, and then which we will be at, and then we've
Yep.
got the Bills coming up on Thanksgiving. How do you think we sit after those 2 games? Do you think we split them, win them both, lose them both?
worried about Giants. I don't know if I really think they're that great. Like
No. We win the Giants game. I'm
I
going
mean,
on record right now saying it. We
with
win.
all
I'm
them
more
wide
confident with the
receivers
Giants
that are
game now.
hurt. But we have yet to really stop a great run team ish. So we can't.
No, it's going to definitely be tough. I don't think that either one of these are going to be cakewalks, but I think that after seeing the struggles that the Bills have been having lately, I'll talk about kind of both of the games together. After seeing the struggles that the Bills have had lately, which I'll say struggles loosely because they just haven't been playing as well as what a world beater team should be playing. And then the Giants, that could go. I think that game could go like either way. I don't think
we're winning the Giants game. I'm going on record as saying it right now. We're blowing them out.
We're going to be sitting there cold and wearing kilts.
Yeah,
good for you guys, but I'm telling you right now, you'll enjoy it. Rick will get a boner, I'm sure. So
no one will even see it.
Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait.
No one will even see
He's
it.
trying to get you to go over.
Corey, where are you from? Detroit? I think you're from there, right? And you moved south.
No, I'm just a sore loser. I'm not from Detroit. Sanders on Thanksgiving, and that was on my bucket list. And I talked the wife into going and straight Thanksgiving Day games until COVID fucked that all up. So
Right.
I didn't really watch football. We just kind of had it on TV. And my dad claims he's a Chiefs fan. I should have went that route. It's only 6 hours away versus 12.
Right on.
Cool.
Well, cool. Hey, we appreciate
you made it to a Thanksgiving
Yeah,
game,
you did.
right?
Yeah.
You went last year?
18 or 19.
You made it to a Thanksgiving Day game though, right?
Yeah, nine. This will be the second year we've missed. So.
Okay.
Are you going this year?
We went to the Vikings game, watched that meltdown, and I'm like, I miss fucking team until I know they're good.
Fair enough. All right, Corey. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you, man. You've always been good friends of ours, so thank you for coming on.
Thanks, Corey.
Take care, stay healthy, and be great.
Oh, yeah.
Will do, man. See you
Peace,
soon.
brother. That's cool.
All right, you guys want to come on like Corey next week? We have room, and we're trying to interact with fans. Fuck, I keep saying fans. Interact with the people that watch our shit. The only fans people have, the only fans here are fans of Detroit Rick.
On here yet?
I had it muted because
Okay.
I apologize because my dishwasher's running. I didn't really.
I can't hear your dishwasher.
Neil's got
hear it?
to wash off his butt plugs on like high.
Why aren't you in the Why aren't you in your office, Neil? Why are you guys in your kitchen?
Because my kids are up there. It's easier to have them up there because I got the gaming laptop and the gaming desktop, which I bought.
Your wife in the basement.
I bought a sick ass gaming desktop, and my oldest boy is playing on that, and they play games. They sit next to each other in a virtual world, and they have a relationship through there, and then they hate each other in the real world, and it's awesome. It's perfect, really. And then wife's hiding upstairs while we do this, and it's just easier to sit downstairs.
I got you.
It's the only way that I can guarantee that they'll be quiet during the show is to have them in that room.
Right. What about the Hutchison stunner, though, man? That guy just moved down the line, grabbed the quarterback, and body slammed him.
He had a good
That's
game.
amazing.
He made it across there so fast, like nobody touched him, and he made it to that side of the line behind the lineman before the running back did, and just like what's the guy's name that in wrestling that goes up and he's a snake and he goes up and he hits people with the thing. I can't remember his name. Randy Orton. He went up like Randy Orton and just nailed that dude, grabbed him by the head, took him down. But like, yes, they scored on the next play after Justin Fields did his little Gumby stuff that he did with.
What's your name? I can jump in and take credit for this, but I'm not going to.
Freaking Ninja Turtle.
What do you call him? What does he look like?
He looks like a Ninja Turtle. Like,
He looks like
just-
a ninja.
he just looked.
When you said that, I was like, "Holy shit, he does."
I've never met the guy. I have nothing personally against the guy,
He's a Buckeye.
but he
Sure you do.
looks
There's a Buckeye,
like
exactly.
one of the Ninja Turtles. And like out of the '90s Ninja Turtle movies with, you know what I'm talking about. I just have a hard time looking at him and not seeing like Donatello. And so I'm sorry, but maybe a little bit of what was that old like claymation show, the Frog and the Toad. Maybe he looks like one of them a little bit more, but I would definitely say that just for the ease of explaining stuff that
I was
Ninja
I'm going to
Turtle.
bring up a couple pictures here. I'm working on it right now, so just give me 1 second. But he definitely looks like a Ninja Turtle.
And I'm sure I look like some kind of fictional character too. I don't know, and I don't know.
No, Neil. The only thing I've ever heard what Neil looks like, Rick. What do you ever hear that Neil looks like?
A stud.
He looks like Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, not anymore. That's why I changed my hair around. I shifted it from here to here. Just like
hey, time out real quick. Why isn't Stafford quarterbacking? Stafford's out of the game, man.
I don't
know.
The ball.
Well, no, he didn't. Like I said earlier, Cardinals got the ball now, but no, earlier Stafford wasn't quarterbacking. I wasn't asking you guys if you heard anything.
I think that he was in concussion protocol if he's not playing, but yeah, I think.
Okay, we're gonna bring up a couple comparisons. You guys let us know if Justin Fields looks like a Ninja Turtle, or I'm just insane. But I think no.
Poor Justin.
Hey, you guys want to be controversial? Here we go. Oh, he's not smiling. Damn it!
That's not a good picture.
How did you not get a smiling picture?
I don't know.
Oh, rolled out because of his elbow.
He still looks like him though.
No, and like I said, I got nothing personal against Justin Fields. I look at him and I see them.
Got to get a picture with his helmet on.
I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm sure that he does a lot for his
that son bitch can run.
He can run his ass off.
Oh my God!
I'm sure he does a lot of good things. But
how many broken tackles did he get away from? How many times did he get away from today in the backfield? I mean, the one that took the fourth guy to finally get him down. I'm like, yeah. And then the touchdown he scored, we should have had him in the backfield. He should have been down.
Well, and the one that we actually stopped him on that was miserable. I was like, wow, we were very fortunate today.
I finally got him. Hey, it's all about luck.
Some of the stuff that he's doing today.
There you go. Are we linked in the YouTube now?
Yeah, we're on the YouTube, Rick.
Okay. Well, last time I was here, we had a bunch more YouTube people coming.
And we're also on the Facebook.
Oh,
and
the
Facebook, and the Instagrams and all that stuff.
And the
Instagram's just Instagram. Facebook is the Facebook.
The Facebook.
Yep.
Okay, Stafford was because of his elbow. Okay, well.
But no, I do feel overall like this team is kind of coming into it a little bit, and I don't know if it just required the firing of Aubrey Pleasant just to light a spark on these guys' asses to get them all to play together.
Whoa. You're right. You know, I think we need to talk about that. Rick, you weren't on the podcast last week, were you?
No, no.
So we had the week before we had talked about if somebody should be fired or not. And then somebody was fired. And let's just go to the tape. Let's ask the question here: are there coaching changes coming before next game? If you're going to make a coaching change, I think it needs to be this week. I don't think if it makes it any later, it's going to make a difference. So I think there's going to be coaching changes coming. Detroit Rick, what do you think?
I'm not going to make a coaching change. You know what? He's going to have, even if this year, if we end up being 1-16, he's going to get it. Oh, there she is. Bless her heart. What everybody saying?
I knew I could distract him. It's so easy.
You were talking about Huckleberry Hound, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Are there coaching changes coming before next week, Detroit Rick?
No. Yeah. I don't think we'll see any of this.
Neil says no.
You're talking about defensive coordinators and offense coordinators and quarterback coaches and defensive coaches.
If this
dude, that freaking sweater, did you burn that thing yet?
That Rick knew that he was wrong too, even though we did that last week.
Did you burn that sweater? You were wrong.
No, I'm not burning that sweater. Give me compliments I get on that sweater.
I caught bullshit.
Well, you start making Austin's also comments that sweater needs to be fired. So I guess.
Oh yeah, see, Austin agrees with me.
You know what?
What?
Just for that, I'm wearing that sweater for the rest of the fucking season now. I don't know who you guys think you're dealing with, but
I think you should be like that guy that you always send me the videos from on Instagram where he makes the sweaters of the places that he's done.
Look what we have.
He was messing with me. He thought he was messing with me. He was sending me just these random videos of this guy who might not be like completely up to speed with stuff.
Right.
And the guy always had these sweaters. He's like, This is a video. This is a picture of this sweater that I made from this place, and this is a picture of me wearing it at this place. And he like gets the backdrops and stuff. He knits these sweaters.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I let it go on for a few days, and finally, just to give him his satisfaction. I was like, "Why are you sending me videos of this guy?" And he's like, "Oh, I was messing with you. See how long it would take." I was like, "I love this shit. Like, keep it coming."
That one, the guy that does a painting too, was it?
No, not Bob
No,
Ross.
No, this guy actually, but he had a really good one where it was like he had the Twin Towers, and he was like, "This is the picture of the Twin Towers," and then there was nothing in the background.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, we're going there next week.
Yep, we'll be at ground
I
zero.
know you guys
next week.
are. That's going to be awesome. I'm stoked for you.
And by the way, so
Um,
any veterans out there, happy Veterans Day. Thanks for your service.
Yes.
Hooah.
Thank you. But yeah, we're
So
going.
you guys are gonna have? Are we gonna have Tommy on next week?
Yeah, he'll be with
Chances
us
are
in New
good.
York. Yeah,
Chances are good.
we'll probably do the show from our hotel room because it'd be
Where are
colder.
you guys
Get
doing it in
outside.
Detroit? Have you decided yet?
Okay.
Game time decision. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Always
because
forward
I got a
thinking
hotel
by
room in
Neil
the
and
Motor
Rick.
City Casino, which is really close to the football field anyway. So if we have to,
Always, you guys are always thinking way ahead. Nice job.
Always.
we were trained by the butt man.
So
I'm the only one on this podcast that thinks ahead, so you can go fuck yourself.
So for the Matthew Morris performance of the week,
No, we got reactions first.
Huh?
We got reactions first.
Yeah, Matt,
That's
we got to
what
keep your face.
No, you're right. No, let's throw it out there. The
Well,
Matthew
we
Morris
might told
player
his
of the
beard
week.
by mistake.
Let's throw it out there. Matthew Morris player of the week. Go ahead, Neil.
All right. So I think that we touched on most of these guys earlier, but so we got Amon St. Brown, who had 10 receptions for 119 yards. We have Jamal Williams, who had 16 carries for 59 yards and 1 touchdown. We have Aiden Hutchinson, who has just been maybe not making the most impactful plays across the board, like not the most like
Making the
critical
most
plays,
fun
but he
plays.
has been making impactful plays. And then Jeff Okudah with his first career pick 6 today. So between Okudah, Hutchinson, Jamal Williams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, let's see them in the comments across all platforms, and we will tally that stuff up in a few minutes, and we will announce the winner of the Matthew Morris performance of the week.
So, what do you think was the best impact? Is it impact play? What do you think was the best play of those four?
I think St. Brown. That's my call for this week.
I'm St. Brown too. What do you think, Detroit Rick?
Me,
Detroit Rick is the Matthew Morris player of the week. Okay.
because I'm here, bitches.
Good
I
job.
wouldn't be surprised if you win,
Well,
actually, in the chat.
I didn't watch the whole game, so all I know is I did see the pick 6, which was cool. I did see Hutchinson just go crazy.
Can I ask you a
That was
question?
cool.
Did you say you were camping?
Yeah, it was cold as
You're
shit.
camping
dude.
in the middle of fucking November? Are you out of your
Yes.
fucking mind?
We had a big fire. We had lots of whiskey. We were good.
Where? Where were you? Up at the
Blackwood,
Leavenworth?
the College River, up in the back, up in
Blackwood.
Blackwood, White Pass.
Right.
It was cold as shit.
Right.
I got up this morning. It was like freaking 10 degrees.
Blackwood.
I'm like, oh, it's fucking
So
cold.
Rick,
Rick
likes
hits
wood
the-
and he likes packing, so that doesn't surprise me at least a little bit. Let's go with
Rick
our
hits the group chat
RCR.
earlier, and he goes,
We are going
Rick
to react to Twitter.
One second.
dang it.
Let me tell the story real quick. You had your camper, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that would make a lot more sense now.
The motorhome.
So Rick texted at 10 o'clock this morning and goes, I'm 30 minutes out. He knew that he was going to be late. He warned us he was going to be 30 minutes out.
No, Rick's
Yeah.
late. What a fucking surprise.
So 40 minutes later, he still wasn't there, and I responded with liar to the group chat, and he goes, he replies back, the shower door fell off, heading there now. So he had to stop and rig some stuff up. Apparently he didn't. What would you do?
I didn't lock the door, and the freaking shower door swung open. The glass just fucking slept. Thank God it didn't break. It's just
Oh man,
because that shit be
because that's not exactly a cheap.
No, it's not. Shit.
All right, I'm going to give you guys a reaction here. I'm going to jump off for a second, but you guys react to this tweet.
Yeah. No, definitely. He did come out and he just walked away and he left. Oh no, he took it down. Okay, cool. That was one of the things that was really disappointing about the first drive was, I think it was the first play. Justin Fields came out and ran it for like 30 or 40 yards or something crazy like that. And like the tweet said, it's not like he didn't have a 180 yard rushing yard day last week that they could have prepared for and used as some kind of a some kind of a barometer for what to expect. But no, I do think that they came out and Justin Fields did exactly what everybody in the country knew that Justin Fields was going to do by running that ball after what he especially showed last week.
Yeah,
but they did do a fairly good job aside from that 70-yard touchdown that he had later on in the game.
What you just said, Neil, which was very telling, is they did everything that everybody in the country knew they were going to do, except for the fucking Lions, because they could not stop them in the first quarter. I didn't understand. Like I said, we agreed earlier that the run option, quarterback option, is very hard to defend with a shitty quarterback. But I mean, they didn't even seem like they were ready for it.
Right. But at the end of the day,
the win's a win.
The win's a win. It's in the W column, baby.
Fucking losers say
it's
that.
It's in the
Rick.
W
You're not
column.
A loser.
And I bet
Rick,
every one of our listeners agree with me, including Neil Bob.
John came from YouTube and says, Detroit Lions win, so I guess a win's a win.
Thank you, John.
Only losers say that. So if you guys want to keep being losers, keep saying it. You will never heard Butler say a win is a win, ever.
Is that a SpongeBob pinball machine behind you?
No.
I'm kidding. It was a little mermaid.
How do we think the Lions defense is getting better? Well, they're only giving up 30 points a game instead of 40 now. So
baby step, baby steps.
Jesus Christ. The next question. Yeah, no shit, dude. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're still struggling, but that pick was huge. That pick six was big. And it was well-deserved because there's only a matter of time before Fields was going to throw that. He's a terrible quarterback. He's a great running back. He's a great running quarterback, but he's a terrible pass quarterback. So
yeah, and he literally had probably 15 seconds back there. Not that many, but obviously. But he had time to just run around, look downfield, and just threw it. He had a lot of time in that backfield.
So speaking of people that you think are not great quarterbacks, Butler, would you like to talk about Mr. Goff?
I'm done talking about Goff. There's nothing you can do at this point, right? Everybody tells me, quit bitching about Goff.
Who won today?
I mean, there were some terrible fucking throws, terrible clock management. Just the decisions he makes sometimes just fucking stun me. Like, I literally could fucking go out there. I'm 49 years old. I'm not in good shape. Okay? I could go out there and play a better game.
He's very honest.
And I'm saying it right fucking now. I can play a better game than Goff. You could play a better game than Goff.
No.
Detroit Rick could play a better game than Goff. All of us could play a better game. I would just hand it off. Whatever. Give it to Jamal Williams. Throw a little screen to Swift. I don't give a shit. I can quarterback fucking sneak it better than Goff. That's all I got to say about Goff.
Well, there's a lot more of you to tackle than Jared Goff. So, I mean, maybe you might be right on that.
But
me and Jared Goff are the same weight, just so you know.
Are you really?
Yeah.
No way.
I'm 255 pounds, baby.
Goff is not 255.
I'm sure 25 pounds is your pecker, so you're.
No, he's 6'4", but I mean, it's
Goff is not 255.
Let's see it. That was.
There's no way.
I have nothing to back that up.
What was that? What was that breakdown, man? When that receiver, who was the receiver for the Bears that was wide freaking open? He just burned everybody wide open for a touchdown.
Oh, that was the tight end.
Tight end.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Fields throwing that guy?
How does that happen?
You're talking about Chicago throwing that guy.
Yeah.
Who knows how that happens? I mean,
he was wide open, nobody around.
You got 30 pounds on Jared Goff.
Goff is 12. How much does Goff weigh?
220.
Well, and then I exaggerated what I weigh, so you've got another 10 or 15 pounds there. So
yeah, you're not 255.
I can still play better than fucking Goff. I'm telling you right now.
You're 280.
Hey, Goff.
280.
Come on here and tell me how you can play better than me. I don't give a shit.
They're saying you're 280. I don't believe that 1 second. 170 maybe.
Close.
270.
Close.
270 maybe, or not 280.
265. It's all 265.
Okay, yeah.
Let's get back to the Twitter. And great first half from Detroit. I agree. I think the first half was fucking awesome. Containing Fields the best we can. I don't know about that. Aaron Glenn has really turned things around. I literally commented on that and said, give me 5 or 6 more games before I even say that. But it was a good first half, right?
Goff is 12 inches tall.
Fletch just reminded us that the tight end's name was Komet.
Gotcha. Thank you.
It might be a silent K. It might
Thank
be
you, Fletch.
it might be Met. I don't know.
Who
That's a
cares?
cool-ass name,
It was
by
a
the way.
duck to a fat guy, and he made a
That's
touchdown on us. So get off Jared today. Fletch, all right. Okay.
I agree.
I don't think that Goff had a terrible day today. I think that there were mistakes.
All right. Let me check real quick of what Goff's stats were.
Yeah,
I
please
know
check.
what they were. I know it was something for 26, and I think he did about 215 yards. But let's see here.
Pulling it up. So Goff was 19 for 26 for 236 yards and a touchdown. That's not
200, no touchdowns.
One. He had a touchdown. Yeah.
The touchdown. All right. He had an interception too. Are we going to count that?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No, got called back, right?
They got called back. He didn't have a bad game today. Like that's
his quarter. Okay, you're right. Hey Neil, unlike you, when you're right, I'll agree with you. 113.6 quarterback rating. I guess.
Oh, why don't you try to be right every once in a while, and I'll agree with you.
I'm still pissed about the eye roll when you admitted I was right last week.
No, I mean that is a perfectly good game for him. He threw 7 passes that didn't get caught today. Now, how many of those passes were behind the line of scrimmage or not beyond the sticks on third down? That's a whole other thing, which I think is
like I said, Goff. How many times can I say Goff? I don't know. Over under is about 20. I'm about 5. And there's only about 10 minutes left in this podcast. So let me tell you right now about Goff.
Stop being a hater. He's our quarterback. He's who we have.
Worst. I don't know. He's not. There's so many other options. There's fucking high school quarterbacks I would take over. I don't give a shit.
You're an idiot.
You, Rick, if you wanted to go play for the Lions right now, I would be a fucking Detroit Rick fan club for you to be the quarterback. That guy's the worst. The ducks he throws, the choices he makes. When he gets sacked, it's embarrassing. For me, I'm not even part of the team. Like, I'm embarrassed when Goff gets sacked. It's fucking stupid.
So real quick, Fletch is asking on YouTube, who are we? We are the 14th best Detroit Lions podcast in the nation.
15th.
We are 13th.
13th. We are nationally ranked Detroit Lions podcast. We work in cooperation with Detroit Sports Nation. We started on our own probably about 7 or 8 years ago. A couple guys just sitting around drinking, talk about football, and then Butler decided that raise your hand so he knows what we're talking about. Butler decided that we should record this and start making it into a podcast. That was one way to raise your hand, drinking a beer. Yes, that does count.
I'll hold your Birkenstock up, whatever.
But no, we started doing this as an actual like just audio podcast, and then we got together with Detroit Sports Nation a few years ago, and then did live videos after the games. And what was it, 2-3 years ago, Butler decided that he was going to say, screw all you guys and move into Oregon. And then with all of the
technology wasn't there yet. The technology wasn't there yet.
With all the developments and video call capabilities and stuff that came out of the whole COVID area, we're able to bring it all back and be back here talking to you guys. So that's the long and short deal for us. But
yep. Right now we're in Seattle. Neil and I are both from Michigan. Was in the Army out here in Washington. So we live out in Washington State, but we're both from Michigan. And Butler, Barry Sanders fan, and became a fan.
That's why it's Rain City Roar. We should change the name when Rick moves.
Needle Dick Rick?
Yeah, we should just call it
Needle Dick Rick. Call it Rick City Roar?
We'll figure it out. I don't know. This one took a long time to figure out.
It's still kind of a cool name. We all met in Seattle, so.
Yeah, no, I'm just fucking busting balls. All right.
Florida. But he's from Flint. Fletch is from Flint.
Breaking news from the comments. So we take the comments from cumulative of YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Multiple different pages on there.
And if you guys are on any Facebook page besides Detroit Sports Nation, come over to Detroit Sports Nation because for some fucking weird reason.
Oh yeah. If you guys are if you're commenting, if you guys are commenting on something that we've shared on one of our individual pages, we don't see it on this feed. It only shows the direct feed. But it looks like the Matthew Morris performance of the week is going to Jeff Okuda this week for the pick 6.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where did you get that from?
From the comments.
He
Okuda,
tallied it up
Hutch.
faster than you.
We didn't even have two Okudas.
Yes,
We
there
had
was.
one Okuda. No, we had one Okuda, one Hutch. That's all. How are you saying that's Okuda?
Because I got messaged. There's stuff coming in from YouTube that you're not seeing. YouTube's heavy on Akuda. There's at least 12.
I see fucking YouTube. Show me one fucking Okuda on YouTube.
I will after this, but the Matthew Morris performance of the week goes to Jeff Okuda.
I'm not letting that happen.
Who do you want?
Okay, overrule the fans.
It's not happening.
You're just gonna trump. You're gonna trump everybody, Butler.
No, I'm just saying there's no. I'm looking. Look, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I kind of run the podcast, so I can see every comment. And there's no way that Okuda was the Matthew Morris Player of the Week. But I'm gonna concede on that, and we'll just roll with it. Okuda is the Matthew Morris Player of the Week. Let's
sure?
talk about the fourth quarter. No,
Do you see
I'm
these
not
ones
sure.
coming from Hutch?
I'm pretty positive he was
There's
not.
even more
but-
coming
There's
from
a
Hutch.
bunch for Hutch.
The 21-point fourth quarter? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, going in the fourth quarter, we were down 24-10. And I'm sure, like most of you guys, I was like, well, another 4 hours wasted on my Sunday.
You were literally speaking self-harm in the group chat. Just bringing that up.
Why can't you joke about killing yourself?
It was descriptive.
I mean, you have to be.
You
guys were descriptive on how I should kill myself. I was not descriptive on how I should kill myself.
I was just putting votes in for the cause. I just wanted it to be clean for the people.
All right, let's talk about the fourth quarter. We were down 10-24. Rick, I want to hear what Detroit Rick has to say.
Well, I was pretty bummed out at that time because some dude come walking up to us in the bar and goes, "Man, you guys only won 2 games." Drunk as shit. Some Irish guy with sunglasses on, red ass beard, and he goes, "Man, I thought you guys are better than 2 wins." And he just go ahead.
he goes, "I thought you guys were better than this. I figured you guys would be winning." Rick goes, "We're only 2-6," and the guy goes, "Well, fuck, I guess I watched both the games you guys won." It was so funny.
He took his glasses off.
He was genuinely surprised.
He took his glasses off and goes, "You only have 2 wins?" Like, well, I'm sorry, man.
So we invited him back next week because he's seen all 3 of our wins now.
Yeah, so he could be our luck charm. But no, the fourth
He's
quarter,
like the Lucky Charms leprechaun.
Yep.
With sunglasses. It's great.
and watching the game, I knew there's a possibility we can still pull this out. We need some miracles to happen. We need to step up. Defense buckle down. And guess what? We win. Huh.
Does anybody know what POTW means? I'm not up on the internet.
Player of the week, you fucking idiot.
I'm really happy because this
Well, I guess that's where I was confused because you put Goff as the player of the week, and I was like, "This
I
doesn't
say
make
Jared
any fucking
Goff's player of the
sense,
week.
right?" There's no way in a million years someone would say Goff is the player of the week, and I'm sure he was being sarcastic, but I didn't understand. I was like, "What do you mean POTW Goff?" No.
I'll tell you, man.
Detroit Rick, you got story of the week?
I do since since it's Veterans Weekend and Seahawks lost in Germany. That was some good stuff, huh? You guys watch that game this morning?
No.
You watch it?
None of us are up.
No,
at
I slept in.
5 a.m. Rick.
I was tearing down camp, so I was my shit thrown down in the freaking cold ass.
Oh, you had a bunch of Seahawks fans around you too, so that was even better, right?
Oh yeah,
That must have been fucking heaven.
I was on the road once, lost the game. But anyway, so we're in Germany. This is a shit story. Can I tell the shit story? Kind of embarrassing, but I'm never
bet you, buddy.
again. So, stationed in Germany, we're on maneuvers. We're not maneuvers for about 25 days or so, and we've been eating MREs, and MREs plug your ass up, man. You just can't shit. So we're in this convoy.
Hey, I know what MRE stands for.
What's it stand for?
Fuck.
Meal ready.
I know what it stands for.
You idiot.
So I'm up in the cupola with the 50 cal, and I'm in a 113, and my squad is behind me, and we're fucking traveling along. Also, we're going to herringbones. We're getting attacked. Well, I ain't shit in like fucking 10 fucking days. All of a sudden, I got a shit. So, like, I hollered down below to the guys in the tank below. I said, hey, give me some toilet paper. And they throw me a roll of toilet paper. I jump off the 113. I go running through the freaking woods. I throw my helmet down, my M16, my flag vest, my web gear. I grab this tree branch, like, I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm trying to get back to the tank, and I start hearing some Germans talking. I turn around, and here's this German family picking berries on the tree. I just fucking blasted. I'm like, that was some good German-American relationships there, man. I'm like, oh, shit. Trying to run, pull my pants up, grab my web gear, my helmet, my M16. That was crazy shit, baby.
Meal ready to eat. MRE. I have some just in case.
Yeah, just in case. What are you eating, Butler?
He's eating them salt and pepper chips.
All right. So we got totally sidetracked. Let's react to Twitter.
You didn't like my story?
I thought your story was done, Rick. Is it not done?
I just asked if you didn't like my story.
It's been a long
Hey,
time.
we love Detroit
What's
Rick's
the story?
of the week.
I can't say factually when that was.
GV Laker 68 says somebody will need to explain to me why the Lions edge defenders keep flying on the inside zone fake. There is nothing for you in there. Agreed. We fell for that the whole game. Nobody played the edge. What the fuck are you gonna do? I guess I'm the only one to comment on that. Bears running option, wake up Lions. Yeah, we know. Jack Fox is the best player. Now the funny thing about this one is Jack Fox is the best player, and then a punt later he fucking goofed it right down the field. What was that? Did he didn't get blocked, right? He just
That was
off the inside.
I think he just missed the football. Because I'm like,
Missed the
Matt just threw a hatchet into the MRE story here. The
see?
Air Force MRE's room service. You are completely correct, sir.
Freaking wing nuts. That's for MREs. Call for room service.
No, Jack Fox is fine. Hey, real quick, how are we feeling about what's his name? I think it starts with the G. The guy that's kicking field goals for us now.
Hey, Fletch, you're correct, Fletch. Fletch is all over this, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's tough to come from Jason Hansen to
Bagley. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's tough to come from like a Jason Hansen to the drunk guy from Denver, kicking field goals for us all the time. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel uncomfortable about our field goal player at all.
No, I feel okay with Bagley kicking field goals, but like how big was that? So I wasn't able to see if it was just a flat out missed field goal or if it was blocked. But how big was that non?
He missed it. He completely pulled that thing. Like it was like if me and you were kicking a field goal and it was embarrassing.
I called that one at the table too.
Yeah. I can, like I said, I can throw a ball fucking 50 yards down the field, but I can't kick a field goal. I'm not.
You throw it over that mountain over there, Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico.
I'm telling you.
So Fletcher's talking about some Dunkel beer. You ever had some Dunkel beer there, Butler?
Dunkel beer?
Yep. It's a good dark beer in Germany. That shit'll mess you up.
Let's talk about something that's not Lions related. Nikki's a big Giants fan, which you guys are going to be at next week. And I've never seen more pathetic in my life than Kenny Golladay. And
she's 100%. She's 100% correct, buddy. 100%.
Yeah, and then sports on top of Detroit. And the funny thing is, Lions fans lost their shit when he left. I don't know.
No, they did not. I was glad he left because he could have played last year, 2 years ago. 2 years ago now, right?
What happened to Golladay? The guy was fucking clutch for us.
Well, he was, and then he sat out because of injury. Then he was healthy, could have played. He didn't play for the last fucking three games, and he wouldn't fucking play. Then he went to the Giants. Now he was a good buddy. We have a good buddy, Tommy, who's diehard Giants fan. He was bitching and screaming up the storm, fucking Golladay, take him back. He fucking sucks. No shit.
He went from Matt Stafford to Daniel Jones.
Right. Exactly. Nailed it. He went from a good quarterback to a shitty quarterback.
I've never gave a jersey away to Goodwill until just recently. One jersey I gave away to Goodwill when I was packing a bunch of shit when I was moving. Golladay jersey went to Goodwill.
But even if you have a shitty quarterback, you still need to make plays. So to be
Dude, I have
fair
so
to
many jerseys.
Stafford and to whoever the guy is,
I have so
that
many
plays for
jerseys of
Giants.
guys that are no longer on
Yeah.
the Lions.
Yeah, don't even start with me. You want to go to the fucking closet? We'll go.
Yeah, we should.
I'm about to make a run. I think I still have my Ragnow jersey. Or did I give you the Ragnow? Did I give you the Ragnow or the last?
You gave me the Ragnow is the only one I have that's valid. All of the
Do you have
other
the
ones
Thune one still?
Too bad you don't fit in it.
It's closet. It's closet art.
Fair enough.
I give Butler this. I felt so bad because like it fit me, but me and Butler are different sizes. It fit me, and I brought it to Green Bay. Butler bought us really great tickets, like front row, corner end zone, Monday Night Football, Green Bay, like week 2 last year. It was on September. It was my birthday, September 20th, and it was awesome. And I was like, Butler, I brought you this to like thank you. And I gave him a Ragnow jersey. He put it on, and the fucking thing is skin tight on Butler. Bless his heart. He wore it. And it was just
I gained a lot of weight, you know.
But for the record, your nipples look really good in it.
It looks super
It's a really
great.
rough life living down here without my friends. You know? I think a lot of times about how many good times I have with my friends and I have any friends down here. So I just drink all the time. I can't fit into a jersey anymore. Oh, sorry. We're doing a podcast?
Hey, Fletch, you're right. Fletch, where's everybody else at on there? We got Fletch and Matthew and Austin. They've been turning it up.
We got some big stuff here. If Campbell uses timeouts like he should, the Lions would have had a chance to answer. Now the Lions, of course, a win is a win, according to these two dipshits. But the bottom line is that, you know, Campbell did again poor fucking clock management. Poor
Example, please.
Hey, we didn't go for that fourth.
Why don't we look at the whole first fucking half, Neil? Why don't we look at the second half? How many seconds were left on the clock? Look, I'm not going to argue with you about this.
That's how you know Butler got nothing. He goes, I'm not going to argue with you about
it's
this.
terrible. Campbell's clock management is fucking garbage. It's been garbage the whole year. It'll continue to be garbage if in some miracle fucking fashion we make the playoffs, which we will not. So, and at the same time, again, I'm not willing to just give up the rest of the games to get a good draft pick because we don't need it.
You going to fire Campbell?
I don't think they did a bad job managing the clock today.
Okay.
This season, I think they've done bad. I think they've done not a great job at managing the clock. But today, no, I don't really see any issue with how they manage the clock.
Hey, and no 4th and 3 either. 4th and 4. You punted it.
One thing about today, I think we can all agree on. Look.
Yep.
That game was called straight today. Like that was called. That was called very well.
Was it called straight or was it just? I mean, we had 148 left in the fourth, 146 left in the fourth, and we got our second penalty. So,
I think it was called well today. I don't think that there was anything that was just like egregiously fucking terrible.
We played clean football.
Clean football was played. Like overall, like penalties weren't a thing in this game. Like on either side.
I guarantee the Bears fans are going to disagree with that.
But
welcome to our fucking world, right?
They're the bad guys. They're ugly bad guys, so they deserve them flags.
Yeah, I think that this was probably one of the cleanest games the Lions have played in a long time in terms of penalties, and I
absolutely.
I don't see anybody having any legitimate gripes about how things were called.
That hit out of bounds on Goff, that was legitimate. He was out of bounds, running out of bounds, and the guy was 2 steps in bounds, out of bounds and hit him. So the bitch about that was a legitimate penalty. Now, if it was a running back, it might have been different, but it's a quarterback, and they're going to call that shit all day long. How many times did this shit called on us?
No, I think they let them play the game for the most part, and the Bears got. I don't think the Bears got screwed. I mean, the Bears welcome to our world.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like every fucking week. This is the first week we haven't bitched about the fucking refs in a year and a half. Easy.
Nobody got screwed today. It was a clean game. I think.
Fletch is new to the cast. We talked about this last week. Absolutely fucking not. We're not drafting a QB. We need to go after somebody that knows how to play the game, in my opinion. Defensive line, I'd rather have a safety or a corner. What do you think, Detroit Rick?
I don't know what you fucking just said.
Who do we draft next year?
Nah, not just fucking
Oh,
Butler.
sorry.
We need safety. And I'm gonna jump on your coattails.
You know what's cool about this podcast? If I wanted to, I could just do this podcast by myself. I could just do this and just talk about myself the whole time.
You look like fucking Sasquatch. Shaved a big hairy motherfucker down, taught him how to speak.
I don't know if anybody can hear us while he was off camera or while we were off camera.
He was on camera for the whole thing. It was good. I bumped you guys right back on.
I don't want to jump on your coattails, but I said it 2 weeks ago. We need corners and safeties. I use an example losing Diggs and losing Slay, which I know you're not a Slay fan, but we need some corners. We need some safeties.
We need a flamethrower, either defensive end, defensive tackle, or linebacker that can rush the quarterback. That's final answer. And trade for Lamar Jackson.
Oh, he's not leaving. They're going to pay that boy.
I don't think they're going to pay for him. I don't think they'll pay for him. I think that if they pay for him, it handicaps the whole team. I think the Lions will be in a situation where they can pay for him.
Can you imagine?
And
we got Lamar Jackson,
and they have enough draft capital and a young enough team that they could actually make that work for a couple of years. I think that we can get.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I want comments from the chat. What do we do for quarterback next year? Because unless you're
Goff's our man,
2
Butler.
or 3 people on fucking Twitter, Goff is not the answer.
I'm gonna get a Goff tattoo on my arm and get a Goff jersey.
I would love if you get a Goff tattoo on your arm. I would fucking love that. That would be
ain't
the
happening,
best
bro.
part of my. That would literally be the highlight of my year, Rick. If you get a Goff tattoo on your arm.
Not happening.
Anybody who is our quarterback next year? It's not fucking Goff. If it's Goff, you guys are doing this podcast on your own. I can't do it.
I think that realistically, I think that we need to prepare ourselves for Goff to be the quarterback next year.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I really do.
No.
I think that they make a push and attempt to get Lamar Jackson, but if they can't get Lamar Jackson, we're riding with Goff. I don't think that we draft somebody that we can plug in and put at starting quarterback right away.
We don't need to play. We don't need the same game plan, Neil.
I'm not saying that we do. I'm just saying, what other options are there?
Anything besides Goff. Anything.
Cam Newton, bring him in for a year.
Yeah,
you said anything.
Anything besides Cam Newton, Goff.
You said anything.
Hey, real quick, Big Larry, Big Larry, our buddy Larry, he's a diehard Vikings fan from Minnesota. Sends me a text. He says, they're doing overtime. This is fucked up, hyperventilating. Yeah, fuck yeah. Congratulations on the win, you guys. You're sitting in second place.
Are we in second place?
Yeah, because Green Bay sucks and Chicago just went down 3-7. So they haven't had their bye week yet. But we are in second place. But
Fletch said earlier,
I'm not looking
Fletch said earlier.
Let's just look at long term. No, we're not looking at long term because long term is we're not going to.
No, Austin. Fuck no.
I mean, would you take Geno over Jared?
I would take. Look, I'll tell you right now. I would take Cam Newton. I would take Geno Smith. I would take anything over Goff. Do I think that Geno Smith and Cam Newton are great quarterbacks? No. I think they're better than Goff. I absolutely do. Anything besides Goff.
Yeah, Geno Smith has had a couple. His last 4 games have been pretty impressive.
If you guys watch Goff's throws this game and can't say that you would take anything besides Goff, I don't know what you guys are watching.
He had good throws this game. He had good throws this game.
Yeah. Well, do I want to crack the code for the defenses here? We talked about them on the chat a little bit. Anything that Goff throws when somebody is running a cross slant at full speed, Goff hits. Anything that's a vertical, Goff can't hit. Anything that's an out, Goff can't hit. So, yes, if we're just going to run slants across the middle all year, Goff will be a quarterback to the end of the time. But we're not going to do that. So, am I wrong on that?
I think that you're accurate. I don't think that you're right or that you're wrong. I think that you're accurately assessing where his strengths are. Good job.
His strengths, that's the only thing he can complete. Show me one deep ball he made all year, a vertical. Show me one. None. You can't show me any. All
I
he's
think it
made
was
is
like week
slants
1 or
the
week
whole
2
year.
that he threw like that deep one early on in the game. I'll find it. I'll send it to you. I'll find it. I'll send it to you. I
Please
don't
send
think
it
that
to
he's
me.
a great deep ball
For next
thrower. I'm
week,
not
we'll
saying
go
that.
over this again, but I'm telling you, Goff can't play anything besides somebody running at full speed, slanting across the field. That's the only thing Goff can do.
Not
Detroit
the
Rick.
Packers. Who we played for the
Perfect.
Packers? Who we played before the Packers? Who was the game before the
Dolphins.
Packers? Dolphins. So good example. He aired that ball out the one time, and we're sitting at the bar at the airport waiting and stepping back, thinking, "Oh shit!" Deep ball and right through our receiver's hands. So he's got the capability of throwing it. The ball was there, spot on.
You guys are
got to catch
getting
the fucking ball.
one of
If
two
it hits both the
examples.
big beaters, you got to catch it. Right?
You guys give me one of two examples the entire year. I'm telling you, he cannot throw the deep ball.
Yeah, we knew that coming into it.
Look, he threw a Hail Mary, right? In the fucking first half. He even made it to the 20-yard line. I could have thrown it 20-yard line. I could have thrown it 20.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? He's who we have, and win is a win, and we got one in the W, and I got Montucky. And where's my poster girl at?
You know, you guys in your win, it's going to be the downfall of you every fucking time.
No.
Cheers.
We could sit here and we could bicker about this all day, but one thing is
there's no
true.
bickering. There's a ton of
Well,
evidence
bickering.
on my side and like 2 plays on your side. There's no argument here.
Okay, that's okay. So next week we will be joining you guys 2/3 of the way live from New York.
Yep. Yeah, baby. Woo.
And then the following week, 2/3 of the way, or the following 5 days later, we will be joining you guys on Thanksgiving Day.
At the
2/3 of the way live from Detroit.
yeah.
After the Lions hopefully beat the Bills.
I'm gonna hit, yeah, dude. That we. Oh, can you imagine? I'll be at the Red Wings game on Wednesday night, and then the Lions game on Thursday.
Those are 2 games we win. Those are 2
Yep.
games that
Well,
we win.
I feel a lot better about the Giants after the last 2 weeks and watching our defense gel. I mean, our defense has gelled, Dave. You know, they're coming together. They're making mistakes, but they're coming together. It takes
When the time
time.
is right. They're making the plays when the time is right.
The biggest
win
thing
to
is
win,
that
Butler.
we're still in
Second place.
12-5. Detroit Rick says 10-7. Butler says 9-8. Honestly, I think Detroit Rick has the best chance here.
Yeah, that can happen.
We'll see as she goes.
Yeah, steady as she goes. But hey, real quick, I want to. So I have some friends that always come up to the game, watch the Bears game. We have a good group of. We had a good nucleus of friends that when we're at the bar and watch the game. If it's a division game, we will have Vikings fans at our table. We'll have Bears fans at our tables. We'll have Packer fans at our table. We get along and we drink and we have fun and we enjoy the game. We talk a little bit of shit back and forth. But Brendan Rasmussen, he was one of my soldiers years ago. He comes up every time for the game, and Jack Jackson. So it's kind of cool.
Yep.
Have the group, man, just a division game and watch the division game in Seattle. So it's pretty cool. Thanks, you guys, coming up. It's cool shit.
So until next time, Butler.
I was going for the longest podcast in Detroit Sports Nation's history here. You
I
guys
think
are
we hit it.
failing on me. It's it.
I think
That's all
we hit
got?
it.
All
Who's
right.
done longer?
Well, you never know. It could be some more people.
This was a long one today. It's a long boy.
All right.
Almost 80
Well,
minutes.
Until next week,
There she is.
if you guys decide to join us, let's just
You know why your eyes are
So-
cockeyed?
Little
and,
little
little
homework.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Fletch, we're on within about a half hour, 45 minutes after every game on game days.
Yep. Every week.
The picture of that gal, she actually looks like the Dolores on HBO's series about the robots and stuff. What's it called?
Westworld. Yeah, she does.
Westworld.
Actually, you know what, Neil? You nailed that. If she had blonde hair, she would look exactly like her. I think it's the eyelashes. Yeah, no, that's a good fucking call.
That's Dolores from Westworld. That's proof that Westworld is true.
Well, it was Buck Rogers and some sort of weird deal. But yeah,
Yeah, as
Aaron
well.
Gray.
That'll start
All
good
right.
idea.
Well, I guess you guys don't want to just keep going.
No, I'm
even
good.
though
We're good for
we
today.
have sort of a decent viewership here. We should probably just see if we can last a little longer.
I mean, I'm down for whatever, but I don't know what you want to talk about. We talked about the
What
whole
do I
game.
want to talk about? I want to talk about the Detroit Lions.
Okay, let's talk about the Detroit Lions.
I want to talk about people that talk about.
I'm going to send you a picture of
throwing-
Dolores here real quick.
Yes, show. No, I can look her up. Let's talk about people talking about the Lions throwing the rest of the season for a draft pick. That drives me fucking nuts. I know we talked about that earlier, but
Yeah, every year we get that every year, and it just drives me crazy. Players are not going to throw games for draft picks, especially the Lions. How many bad first round picks have we had?
yeah, and I mean, I don't understand why people think that would even be an option.
Well, because ESPN talks about it.
Butler, St. Dolores.
I got it already.
Make it happen.
Is that the best picture that you have?
Well, it was the best one I found on Google with the first search. Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to find something else?
No, I was looking already, but I think that one's a good one. Well, let's talk about Dan Campbell. He must have been feeling pretty good today.
Oh yeah, he won 2 games in a row. I mean,
He got his first win on the road as a head coach.
division game.
Division game. Team had a pick 6. We won. You know, it's you can only string so many good things together without feeling the hopium of the situation. And like honestly, I don't want to sit here and try to beat a stake into the ground that doesn't need to be beaten anymore. But the team has played good football the past 2 weeks. They played well enough to win the past 2 weeks against division opponents. And anytime that you can get a leg up on division opponents, that is an absolute bonus. Realistically speaking, if you look back to when we played the Vikings, we very easily could have been undefeated against the division.
Right.
And that's huge.
And the second game is December.
Let me look.
So, I
It
mean,
is December
and
11th.
honestly, they're on such a run. I mean, after today, that they're going
December
to start
11th.
losing. They're going
December
to
11th is
start
the game.
losing.
So coming up here, we've got Giants, we got Bills, we got Jaguars, we got Vikings again, we have the Jets, we have the Panthers, we have Chicago, and we have Green Bay to end up the season. I don't feel bad about that schedule.
Oh,
No.
there's so much bullshit. God, what's going on this fucking head? That pisses me off.
I don't feel bad about that schedule. They're playing on TV about military guys not wearing this shit, right? But we've got a good
You're on camera, right?
Yeah, we've talked about this. We've got a good second half of the schedule coming up.
It makes us real. Go ahead. Sorry.
We could get out of the second half winning 6 out of 8. I think easily.
Yeah.
Season's
Well,
not
all
done.
right. Let's go back to real quick. We're going to do a couple comparisons again, like we did with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Now we're going Aaron Gray and we're going Dolores. That's a good call, Neil.
I called that.
I don't usually tell you that's a good call, but
That is the
that's
same
pretty
person.
close, man. That's pretty close, dude. Yeah, nice work.
Aaron Gray's a little older now.
Yeah, she's what are you gonna do?
That's entirely
Rick, I'll tell you
That'll
what,
start
man,
like
you look
with
good
the
for
80s,
61.
guys.
I wouldn't imagine in a million years you were 61 years old.
Who,
Yeah?
me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was 70.
Huh.
No, he's 71.
Trust me,
Might as well
when
be
I
71.
beat off, it's 2 seconds. I'm 61.
All right, so the viewership's dropping. We did as long as we could. We did a good hour and a half. I mean, it was.
There's my girl, Brenda. Say hi to Brenda real quick.
Hey, Brenda, what's up, baby? Show us your boobies. Just kidding.
Well, jeez, man. Come on.
I'm kidding. It was a fucking joke. Jesus Christ.
She's a Bears fan, so you know.
The military has lowered their standards too much.
Well, they let Rick in, so I guess they started doing that around.
Hey,
the
I was
80s.
in 79.
The In 79, they'd take anybody, even Detroit Rick. So
No, they just show these dudes carrying the freaking flag out, and this guy, everybody's in uniform, and this one freaking dude is wearing a freaking Steelers ball cap. My first son was smoke that motherfucker. He'd still be low crawling around that goddamn stadium. Doing freaking flutter kicks and push-ups and up-downs and every fucking thing we do to his ass. On national TV, wearing a freaking Steelers hat and uniform.
Yep.
He's right. The standards have been lowered.
all right. Well, we tried as long as we could. An hour and 25 minutes. That's a new record for Rain City Roar. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week when Detroit Rick and Neil will be in New York City.
New York City.
Well, with special guest, Tommy Giant, which, look, I'm telling you right now, I'm calling this again. We're going to destroy them in that game.
I feel like you said that like this was a Pace Picante commercial. New York City.
Well, you're old enough to remember the New York City Pace Picante commercials.
I remember that.
All right. Well, I think we're going to win next week. We'll see what happens. What do you guys think real quick? Win or lose?
Oh, yeah. I feel way more comfortable about that game against the Giants than I did a couple weeks ago.
All right.
I'm seeing some improvement. We get better every week, man. That's,
Don't count these guys out yet. I know I've been critical, but don't count them out yet.
We all been critical, but Goff needs to go. That's all I got to say. Hey,
you know what?
Thanks
Goff
for
ain't going anywhere.
Just like
that big-ass ball on your ass. It ain't going anywhere either, so leave Goff alone.
Until next week, when these guys are in New York and I'm here in Oregon. I'm Butler.
Might be New York Gel.
I'm Neil.
I'm Detroit Rick. Peace out. Have a good week, baby.